these as a mouse pad today. Oops. That's not what I had in mind to do. Back here. You know, the desktop view. Here's macOS 8.6. I thought your Mac broken still. I guess you must be viewing anything else. Anyway, I'm setting up my, guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 That song. Okay, so I'm not up to much. My grandma's not here. She's at church or Saturday night, late night church or something. Yeah, this is my. I know some people in the Discord probably don't know this yet, or even the people on the live stream don't even know. This is my grandma's new computer that she got yesterday, as a matter of fact. I actually pulled it out of the box yesterday. This is a brand new HP Pavilion 24, I think this is. It needs updates in the worst way, because otherwise it's going to have that stupid thing in the bottom there. Anyway, this is a brand new model, or a closeout model. A brand new closeout model. I was trying to figure out what the hell I'm trying to say here. Which isn't looking hijacket. Yeah, it's pretty nice for being a bargain model. This is a slightly lower end, but not exactly a bargain basement model, since it has the Core i3 processor in it, but it's basically a glorified laptop with a 24-inch touchscreen on it. That's basically what this is my Dell Inspiron 15 specs and a 24-inch touchscreen. USB ports back, which is nice, and it runs off of a external 65-watt power brick, which is really surprising for a machine of this size. I was quite surprised to see it only needs 65 watts of juice at max. It also has some premium audio, equalization, simple HD graphics. I think it's HD graphics 620 on this one, not the 630 of the higher end ones that have the i5s, or the non-ultra low voltage model i3s. And the touchscreen is 24 inches at 1080p resolution. It is this an IPS? It should be an IPS. Yeah, it's, well, I don't know. I guess it is. It's just the glass is so reflective, you can't tell. It's very, very reflective. And it also tends to smudge quite a bit. And apparently attract lint too, I just noticed. But, too bad. I mean, this does have quite a bit of software on it from HP. It also has Office 365 Home for 1 year. That came with the computer. She could have bought it without it, but she bought it with the Microsoft Office, which is 365 Home on this one. It does have a DVD drive. On it, but it does have a DVD burner drive in it. It does have a few other things on here, but again, mainly the only major addition is Microsoft Office and a couple HP programs, and otherwise that's about it. Have you tried? Yes, I have done that before. Not on this channel, no, I don't believe. But I have done it before, several occasions. And I thought about doing that again at some point, but we'll see what happens. Any CyberLink software? Just wondering. Yes, there is CyberLink software on this. It does have CyberLink Power Media Player 14 on this, which is basically the glorified Power DVD software you would expect to see, but not the full thing. Basically just OEM stuff. This does not have Power Director or any of the other fancy software like my Inspiron does, because my Inspiron has the full suite of CyberLink software like Power Director and Power Media Player and all that stuff, but this one just has the Power Media Player on it because it's a low. Okay, I think we're back on. Yeah, the timer's counting up. Okay, cool. Yeah, the Wi-Fi here is the worst you'll ever use. It's only 3 megabits per second internet. I'm dead serious. So anytime that this thing gets turned on at the moment, it tends to start downloading a bunch of crap in the background, and it slows the internet to a crawl. So I'm on my LTE data for the moment. So, anyways, hello, Adam. Good to see you. I obviously bought some Papa John's. I got some pizza to eat, so hopefully you don't mind me eating on camera. And then there's a new Mountain Dew clone of all things, Merchant's Craft. This is a new brand for our area. It's been around for about a month, and I finally get around to trying it out. That's their Mountain Dew clone, so we'll see how it turns out. So I need to get me a cup. This is what happens when you have the house all to yourself. Bad things happen. All right, I'm going to set you guys down over here real quick. I'm going to plug you in. Oh no, this computer does not meet the minimum requirements for installing the software. Probably because I'm on an old Windows 10 version, if I had to guess. That's why that's coming up. Hopefully that's not too terribly loud. These speakers are not exactly the quietest thing, so I'm gonna just turn them down to 26. That's fine. I don't want to deafen everybody in the audience here. Okay, so I'm gonna go prepare me some cheap Mountain Dew clone, essentially, and then yeah, that sucker held some pressure. Not expecting it to taste fantastic, but it's definitely a lot fizzier than what I would expect Mountain Dew to be. It's kind of got like the foaminess like Dr. Pepper or root beer. So I wonder what's different between this and the real Mountain Dew. I don't know. Actually, like I said, I've never tried this because this brand is new for our area. So it's supposed to replace the old style store brand. So I don't know. So, oh god, the sun's gonna be like right on my face. Anyway, first taste test of Merchant's Craft. What was it called? Mountain Spring, I think it was. Anyway. Not bad. Most Mountain Dew clones are actually pretty good, I'd say. This one actually gets as close as it gets to the real thing. Not nearly as sugary of a taste, which is fine by me. Mountain Dew, the genuine stuff, in my opinion, tastes a lot more sugary than this stuff does. But then again, this actually has more of a citrusy flavor to it, if I'm going to be honest. It tastes basically like an orange mixed with a little bit of, well, delusion, I guess. I don't know. Not bad. I could drink that. I drink most Mountain Dew clones or cheap store brand knockoffs anyway. So, okay, so that HP support assistant has updated itself, I would guess. Oh, no, it's still running. Nope, I guess I can't remove it yet. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to grab me a plate. I'm going to munch on some Papa John's here. And then I'm going to catch back up on the chat because I see a message that I can't read, of course, because the phone's like 20 feet away from my face. I can't see it. Oh, goodness. It's basically going to be my lunch tomorrow. That's why I bought it. Wanted some leftover pizza for lunch tomorrow. Nothing really too fancy has happened in the chat here. Have you counted how many computers you own? Not recently, no. I have done it before, but I haven't done it recently. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi off here on the all-in-one, and then I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi back on my phone. I'm going to see if that'll not waste all my cell data this time around. I will say, of all the touchscreen Windows PCs I've used, this one has the most sensitive touchscreen I've ever used. Alright, give me just one moment. I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi back on, so the stream may cut out. Hopefully it does not. Yep, I'm gonna have to make it cut out then because I can't get the control center up. All right, I'll be back in a few seconds. I'm gonna turn the Wi-Fi back on my phone. Okay, we should be back. Hopefully not waste all my cell data here. Just cutting in and out again still. I guess what should I expect for upload speeds of 768 kilobits per second, theoretical best upload speeds on this network? And I'm serious when I say that. That is theoretical best, is 768 kilobits per second upload, not megabits. This internet is essentially glorified dial-up. That's exactly what it is. I will say though, for a brand new machine that you buy off of a shopping channel, not a lot of bloatware on here. I'm really surprised. There's like nothing on this, which is a good thing. It makes the machine a lot faster. All right, this is the management engine firmware update that HP insisted that I do on this because they had the double exclamation mark icon right next to it, so go figure. So let's get that firmware update done. The system will auto restart after finishing the update process, yes. Hopefully it is compatible, because I just downloaded this off of the website with the serial number, not the actual computer itself, so I didn't know if it was going to work or not. Oh, and it's updating. Do not interrupt. I will definitely not interrupt, because this is a firmware update for the Intel management engine, which these Kaby Lake machines have, or at least this i3 model has. For Steven, the Walmart brand pop. I actually had that stuff before. It's not too bad. Okay, the system will auto restart after 60 seconds. Please close and save your opening documents and application. Windows 10 now has a typo in it. Please. Yep, typical Wi-Fi. It kicked off and it had to reconnect. But no, what I was going to show you was there was a typo in a Windows 10 dialog box that said, please save your opening documents and recent applications. And I was like, hang on a second, that doesn't sound quite right. And I was right. It was a typo in an official Microsoft dialog. No, this isn't Sentry Scam. This is a local ISP, and my grandma's had the exact same service since 2007. So no wonder it's slow. It's DSL based, I think. Well, anything around here is basically DSL, dial-up, or satellite. Now, for the brief time that I had this online, it was like 2 minutes, and yet somehow it still insists on having to install updates on a restart. Typical Windows 10. Yeah, funny thing actually, CenturyLink doesn't even work here at this house, according to their website. Apparently, all she gets here is telephone service, but not internet. Not like it would matter anyway. This is really good. I got Papa John's pan pizza tonight, and I did my favorite combination that I would normally get, which is grilled chicken, spicy Italian sausage, and Canadian bacon on regular sauce and all that stuff. Yeah. You know, it's odd that I'd say this, but Comcast is actually better than CenturyLink in this regard in terms of the bandwidth. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, for goodness. I'm gonna pour me some more of this. It was actually called Mountain Splash, not Mountain Spring. I misread the name. Mountain Splash. They always try to put some clever name on these. Oh, shit. Rolled over a little bit. Whoops. That's definitely what I had in mind. Whoops. Oh, goodness. I'm going to sit up there for now. That'll work. Yeah, that's actually surprisingly tasty. I actually bought 2 of those 2-liter bottles, by the way. So, not too bad. Not too bad. I don't actually mind drinking that. That's actually surprisingly tasty. Yeah. So, I figured I'd put this out there for those who are actually watching the stream. Oh goodness, that really stuck in my throat. The next video of the next yard sale find that I have on that white box computer I showed on Discord. Question, and I figured I'd get at least an answer or two. Would you prefer if I edited that video on my MacBook right now, or should I wait on that until I get the MacBook Pro? I figured I'd ask because I figure might as well like get it out as quickly as I can, yes, but I figured I'd see if anybody wanted to just wait until I got the MacBook Pro to have a project to test with instead of just editing on the MacBook and then having to figure out what the heck I'm going to edit next to figure out how to test the performance. Yeah, I thought about waiting as well just because of the fact that, it's no rush. I can just put a date on the video project as to when I got it. So I figured I'd just do it that way. So yeah, that might be what I just do. What was your first and childhood computer by Mason? My first computer, my first personal machine I had to myself, was actually a hand-me-down machine from my mom. She had a custom build machine that she got from her then boyfriend, who was a nerd at computers, and I'm actually one of his friends. It wasn't anything particularly high tech or anything. It was just a socket 775 based Celeron build that had 2 gigs of RAM and a 320 gig hard drive. And that was running Windows XP, and I used that system from, oh lordy, when did I was using it at the very least back in 2011, and I think I used that system all the way up until like either late 2012 or early 2013. And then by the time that 2013 came around, about July 2013, that was when I got my first brand new computer, which was a Lenovo G780 laptop, which was a 17-inch laptop, one of Lenovo's highest-end consumer-grade laptops you could have bought back in the day. It was a Ivy Bridge i7-based quad-core laptop with 8 gigs of RAM and a 17.3-inch display. It would normally cost $1,049, but I actually got it on sale because of a discount that they were having because it was a closeout sale. They had the newer G710s coming in, which were based on Intel's Haswell chips at the time. Thus, I wanted to get my best bang for my buck. So I basically got myself a quad-core i7 based laptop, brand new, with 8 gigs of RAM and a terabyte hard drive and all that stuff for under $700 shipped. So not bad for a brand new machine. And it was actually no slouch either. I mean, that's what did the vast majority. Hang on, I'm gonna fix my phone here. That's what did the vast majority of my video editing from mid 2013 all the way up until what did I get in return? I think after that. Oh, excuse me. I didn't remember when I got my HP XW6600 workstation. I think I got that in early to mid 2015. That was when I got my HP XW6600, and it was a little bit better in terms of raw CPU power comparative to the Lenovo G780 once I upgraded it, but it had expandability in terms of like obviously graphics cards and extra RAM and such. But I got rid of that machine because it had some strange problems that were being exhibited. Although it was mainly software, that's why it was acting up. In particular, it was pretty bad under Windows 10. Although it might have just been the fact that it was the Lenovo build of Windows that it was running up until I got rid of it. Anyway, to answer the next part of the question about my first, or not my first, I just said my first computer, my childhood computer. My childhood computer was actually an iMac, to no surprise by anybody. I grew up with a 1999, I think it was a revision D model iMac G3. It was the base model Blueberry without the FireWire on it. And it was either a 1999 model or it was a 2000 model. I can't remember. I know it was the base model with no FireWire, CD-ROM drive, 64 megs of RAM. Was it a 6 gig hard drive that thing came with originally? And it was the Blueberry color. It was the one that was under $1,000 or was under $800. I can't remember what the price was on one of those. Anyway, it was bought brand new back when they were new, and we used that way up until the late 2000s. We got our money's worth out of that machine. It was serviced a few times because obviously 4-year-olds, they don't know how to treat computers, but it is what it is. So that thing went through lots of different times. I mean, yeah. And it eventually got a RAM upgrade. I think it had 512 megs of RAM in it before we stopped using it. And then the hard drive actually died, I think, or something like that. And then it got upgraded to a 40 gig IDE hard drive. I think it had one of those quantum fireballs in it. That's probably why it died. And then it got upgraded to a 40 gig Western Digital Caviar, one of those really nice drives. Yeah. So we got rid of that machine about 2008 or so. We put it away, and we went to that custom build PC I was telling you about earlier, that Socket 775 system. And then my mom used that until 2010 when she bought her Lenovo Idea Center K300, which she actually still uses today. I'm dead serious. That's the same machine that she bought back in 2010. She still uses that thing to this day on Windows 10, surprisingly. Although that's a long story of how it actually got there. It originally came with Windows 7 with no service packs. And it's now running the latest Windows 10, and it runs just fine. I'm really surprised. It has had a RAM upgrade, though. It's been upgraded from the factory 3 gigs of RAM that it had when it was new, of course. But it actually still runs Windows 10 surprisingly well. I'd like to do a video on that computer someday because that thing is going on, 8 years old pretty quick here. Or if not, it's already 8 years old. And that thing's still a trooper. I'm really surprised. All original hardware, except for the RAM. So, not bad for a really cheap Lenovo from the day. I'm really surprised. So, Anyway, I just did the management engine firmware update, so I can get rid of that. What one is this one? This is the recovery manager update. That's very important because this does have a recovery partition on the hard drive, so we definitely want to upgrade the software that affiliates with that recovery partition and make sure that's up to date and bug free, because that helps. It's not necessary because this computer is literally a day old, probably older than that, but it's been out of the box for about a day and a half or so, so it doesn't hurt to upgrade it. Or, sorry, patch the recovery update thingamabobber. I would have done a more entertaining live stream today had it not been for the fact that my mom was on the phone and she was watching Netflix at the same time. So, okay, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. I'm not sure if it's just running something in the background or what. Alrighty. HP image enhancement for system logon. This system does not have Windows Hello support. I'm not sure what the point is for this update, but it was there and it insisted that I installed it, so I'm doing it. Otherwise, it's going to complain at me later that I do it anyway. Oh yeah, this is a card reader update for Windows 10 version 1709. The reason why I'm doing all these driver updates is because I believe with this machine in particular and the hardware it has, HP's drivers are specific to particular releases of Windows 10, so you have to run the driver updates before you upgrade your version of Windows, which is kind of backwards because what if your computer updates before the driver updates release, you know? But anyway, this is one of those where I'm going to update the drivers to the ones for 1709 and 1803, which they should all be updated to 1803 releases by now, before I run the 1803 update. So that way, when I upgrade, it's just a smooth transition. I don't have any errors or minimal errors, since you can't have a Windows PC without errors. Okay, card readers updated. I'm done with the setup. Would you let me delete it? No, it's going to be dumb because it's Windows. Okay, refresh. Right-click, delete, enter. There we go. Yay. Yeah, you'll let Windows Update handle that. Well, in this case, since this is a brand new HP, all the driver updates and such go through the HP Support Assistant. They don't actually go through Windows Update, as far as I know. The only manufacturers that have that sort of flexibility are, I think, Dell, Acer, and probably, if I had to guess, Lenovo do that. There might be some others as well. Maybe even HP does it. I don't even know. It's never done out on this one because, of course, everything's gone through the support assistant in terms of updates. And I do all the updates myself because the internet here is so trash it doesn't even function properly more than half the time you go to use it. So, I will say, though, that for the price, Grandma didn't do too bad of shopping. She's a little bit actually tech savvy. I mean, not that bad, but not that great either. So she wanted to buy this one because she wants to ease into using this one comparative to her last setup, which is just a traditional desktop. And see, hard drive dies and make a recovery media that made it in the system. Yeah, that's what's really nice. I actually think my what's the model number? I think it's the Gateway GT4024. That's what it was. I think that also, with the recovery disks you can make, I think that also recreates the recovery partition on the hard drive. Could be wrong though, of course, because I I think it just does a clean install of everything. That's essentially what the recovery partition does, same thing as the recovery CD. So I don't know if it actually does that or not. I've actually never tried to boot the recovery disks in that system to actually see what they do because I haven't really needed to. But no, my grandma's gonna be like I said, easing into this new one compared to the old one. Although it's really not that much of a monitor size difference, because her machine in there has a 23-inch IPS LCD. Not a cheap one either. It was like easily a couple $100 for a 23-inch IPS LCD from back in the day when those things were still a little bit of money. And yeah, all her photos and stuff are still on that. So eventually I'm going to be transferring all her stuff over to this new one. I'm surprised that she actually didn't buy an iMac. I was actually quite surprised because she was actually looking into buying one. But I guess this was a better deal at the time, which makes sense. And besides, I mean, she really doesn't need to be learning a whole new operating system right now. I mean, she's used to Windows 10 as it is, given how much she's been using Windows 10 since it first came out in 2015, I think it was, yeah. And she was actually the first person out of our family to get the Windows 10 update because her computer had a clean install of Windows 7. And I figured that I don't want her system to be harassed by all the please update to Windows 10 things because she's running Windows 7. And I'm glad, because otherwise she would have probably had a forced upgrade, which would have left a bad taste in her mouth. But it seems like all the major bugs have been ironed out of Windows 10, and she likes it. So the first release was just awful. It was absolutely awful. So, yeah. RIP Windows 7, yeah. It's going to be funny, though, when the end of support date comes for Windows 7 in, I think it's 2020. It was Service Pack 1. Yeah. Windows 7. It's going to be funny when that support end date comes in 2020 for Windows 7. I think everybody at Microsoft's going to have a big party over that. And then you're going to have like 40% of its install base still online, and everybody's going to be bitching to Microsoft saying, you need to extend the support for Windows 7 or something like that. And they're going to try to get Microsoft to kill off Windows 8.1 early and just put more support into Windows 7. I doubt that's going to happen because Microsoft is not going to have the fiasco like what happened with... no, it's actually still going with Windows XP because they're still trying to get people off of Windows XP. I think it's almost there, but not quite. They're still trying to phase people out of Windows XP. But, yeah. I will say, though, that having used Firefox recently for Windows Vista, it's definitely about time that Firefox definitely killed off the security updates for Vista and XP. Yeah. Yeah, I miss XP as well, but it definitely did have its flaws. XP most certainly had its flaws. I had constant performance problems with XP, and it tended to use a lot more RAM than it really needed to just do basic things. It was more bloated than Windows Vista ever was, to be honest, actually. And that says a lot. Especially in recent years, if you try to use Windows XP, oh my god, it's bloated. It's like it uses more RAM than Windows Vista or 7 ever does. Just doing basic things. It's crazy. Oh, goodness. I remember when I had my HP Pavilion A1477C out and I was using it to do some things with Windows XP. And I just had one tab open in Firefox, and I had, and this might be the fault of why it's so bloated, I have a vast antivirus on that system, or at least I did before I reset it again. And I think I had all the other HP stuff that was running in the background that machine had running. And it was using 2 gigs of RAM with one tab open in Firefox. 2 gigs of RAM. Like, what the hell? I could not believe it. Because normally, in Vista, when I do the same thing, minus all the bloat, of course. It doesn't use but 1.6 gigs of RAM or something like that. So I think all the bloat's probably attributed to all the crap that was on that HP Pavilion when it was new, all the background stuff, all that crap that came with it when it was new. But even then, you would expect XP to be a lot lighter, even with all that bloat on there. But no, XP was terribly bloated. It took ages to start up as well, comparative to the newer versions. It just XP had its problems, but man, the memories with Windows XP, you can't deny it. All the memories you have of Windows XP, you never forget those. But the thing is you still don't forget those memories because you're still tinkering with Windows XP. And that's kind of the magic of it. It's like you still use Windows XP to do some things every day. Yeah, you still get nostalgic over Windows XP because it's been out of support for over 4 years now. It's crazy to think. It's been out of support for over 4 years now. It's unbelievable. Like, coming up here in 2019, they're going to be kicking support for POS Ready 2009, which is the lightweight version of XP. And then, yeah, it'll be 5 years since XP ended support. It's absolutely crazy. I'm almost wondering if somebody is going to, at the end of Windows Embedded POS Ready 2009's life cycle, I almost wonder if somebody's actually going to take all the security updates from POS Ready and make it into an unofficial little service pack, like what happened with unofficial Service Pack 4, and then actually reverse engineer them to work on Windows XP, so that way you'd have fairly up-to-date-ish, security-wise, Windows XP something or another. I don't know. I think that was the last one, was this one. I think... Was that the sound driver? I'm going to guess that this was the sound driver last. Right, okay. So we can get rid of that then. Now, can I update the graphics driver, please? That would be nice if I could update that. I don't remember if I even got the right Intel graphics driver update. Of course, this machine mandates you run Windows 10 on it, so I wouldn't be surprised. Pajama Sam, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Nicktoons Basketball, Jimmy Neutron versus Jimmy Megatron, or Negatron, was it? Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat before it fades out here. Yeah, it does not meet the minimum requirements when installing software. I'm not sure why. I'm going to assume that's my fault for downloading the wrong driver. That's what I would guess. It's just my fault for downloading the wrong driver. Okay. So now I can go ahead and turn the Wi-Fi back on this because I'm not streaming on my phone on the Wi-Fi right now. Let's see here. I need to hop on to Edge real quick, and I need to go get CCleaner and all that stuff. I picked like the best angle for working on this stuff right now. It's kind of funny. And let's see. I'm actually really surprised that CCleaner is still supporting Windows XP. I can't imagine they're going to be supporting Windows XP for much longer. But it just amazes me. It really does amaze me. And I imagine at the same time, when Parasoft actually drop support for Windows XP, I imagine they're also going to drop Windows Vista at the same time, despite the fact that Vista is newer than XP and actually is supported by a few other programs aside from XP. I don't know. You got the same keyboard, eh? Yeah, this is just the bog standard wireless HP keyboard that came in the box with this computer. Nothing fancy, not even a backlit keyboard. It's just powered by AA's or AAA's, I think it even was. So, okay, here is my example as to how slow this internet is. Look at this. This is a 15 megabyte file, and look at the estimated time remaining. And I am not streaming on the Wi-Fi right now. I'm on my LTE data right now. And this is the Wi-Fi here. And you can see it's still getting slower. It is still getting slower. 8 minutes for a 15 megabyte file. Like, this internet is absolutely asinine to do anything on. And most of the time you go to play YouTube, it defaults to like 240p or 360p. So, yeah. Why do some modern computers have PS2 ports? Well, I think the reason is because of backwards compatibility with some certain keyboards. Yeah, this internet is just absolutely garbage. Every time you start to download something, it just goes on a downward curve. And it just keeps getting slower and slower and slower and slower until it just runs out of networking and it just drops to dead zero. And believe me, on this internet service, I have had it drop to completely dead zero before. If somebody in the house watches Netflix, nobody else gets internet. I'm dead serious. It literally is zero. I tried browsing the web once when somebody was watching Netflix. The internet was dead. It was so slow. It was zero on the network monitor. It just did not load anything. So, yeah, and this internet costs like, what, $56 a month? With telephone service included, I guess, I think it was. Not a good deal anymore. Although my grandma still uses a landline phone, so I guess she kind of has to. It's getting a little bit faster. Still downloading CCleaner. Like, this is CCleaner we're downloading. This isn't like a Windows ISO. This is just CCleaner. It's taking an absolute eternity to download. It's only at 28%. So, yeah. 29%. Yeah, this internet's fantastic. /S. And yes, I believe I also have turned off all the Windows Store updates. I guess I could go check that real quick, but I think I turned all those updates off. Have you tried Driver Booster? No, I don't do third-party driver update programs, simply because I don't trust them. If I want to update drivers, I will go to the manufacturer's website and download them myself. I don't trust other utilities unless it's an absolute emergency. Oh, that's why the internet slows, because this is trying to download Candy Crush Saga in the background without my permission, downloading Solitaire Collection in the background without my permission, the Bubble Witch 3 Saga in the background without my permission, because Windows 10 downloads games in the background without your permission. And you wonder why your network is slow. Well, Microsoft could go kiss my ass with doing all these downloads for no reason whatsoever. Let's see here. Settings. Do not update apps automatically. Turn that off. Thank you. Okay. That's much better. I use it just to install all drivers on PCs that I just installed Windows on. Well, I'm not saying they don't work, because they do function. They do find drivers, and they do work. It's just, personally for me, I don't trust them. Unless it's obscure hardware we're talking about, which I've not actually come across something that's got hardware that's so obscure I couldn't find the drivers for it online, and I'm going to try to fix the camera here. But personally for me, I just go to the manufacturer's website and I download the drivers. Oh yeah, the internet's moving along. It is still going at the speed of a dead slug here, but it's much faster now that it's not downloading Candy Crush Soda Saga and Bubble Witch saga in the background, and Solitaire and all that stuff. So, what's the bandwidth on this? Yeah, we are moving at 25 kilobits per second download speed right now, and I'm not on the Wi-Fi. I am, well, the computer's on the Wi-Fi. I'm streaming on my LTE data, so this is a record low. And this is a brand new computer, and it's this internet is embarrassing. This internet is just truly embarrassing. I've actually thought about wanting to. No, that's not why Windows 10 is the worst. It's because the internet here is absolutely trash, Mind Turtle. It's 3 megabits per second download, theoretical best. More than half the time, it acts like 1 megabit per second internet, or less. It acts like dial-up half the time because it's so slow. This is my grandma's house, of course. She's had this internet since 2007, so obviously the internet's definitely changed since 2007. Oh, well, yeah, obviously the app's downloading in the background without nobody's permission is definitely a reason why I hate Windows 10, but fortunately, the only reason why the only time it ever kicks in is when you do a new installation of Windows 10. And the way that I found that you don't get it to trigger itself again is when you first set up Windows 10, let it all download. It's counterintuitive, yes, but you let it all download, and then once it's all downloaded onto your computer, then you uninstall it, because then it'll actually uninstall and it will never come back unless you do another clean install. Otherwise, it stays off your system entirely, and Microsoft never shoves it down your throat again. But it's counterintuitive that you let it install, but that's the only way that I've found that it doesn't like automatically start installing again in the background when you're not looking, because I tried to stop the installs on this first before this got done setting itself up, because obviously the internet is so atrociously slow. And I uninstalled it. It looked like it was uninstalled, but I went back into the store, and guess what? It was back in the downloads list, the games that I uninstalled, because I didn't let them finish the first time, which it's a real pain in the ass. It's an absolute pain in the ass to work on Windows 10. But once it gets done, then it never gets in your face again, but it keeps coming in your face until you finally get it uninstalled. It's annoying. Same with the update, especially when the free upgrade is available. Yeah, especially on the Windows 7 PCs. That was not cool. That was absolutely not cool. And I'm glad that I upgraded my grandma to Windows 10 while I did, so that way she wasn't underneath the impression of getting one of those forced upgrades. I'm glad I did it while I could, because I think she got her upgrade back in August of 2015, I think it was, when she got her first upgrade. Yeah, it was August of 2015, and then she got her Windows 10 free upgrade offer in the control panel Windows Update. And it wasn't anything harassing. It was just saying, hey, if you want, upgrade to Windows 10, but you don't have to. But I chose to do it anyway because I feared the worst, because she's on Windows 7. I did it anyway because even though Windows 10 had its problems, and believe me, I faced them, I knew that I wasn't going to have her getting harassed by Windows 10 in the future on her Windows 7 install, so I did it just to get it out of the way, and it actually wasn't that bad at first. I mean, it was buggy as hell at first, absolutely it was, but it wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible, so I'm glad I did it anyway. Anyway, let's see here. CCleaner is still downloading. We still have 1 minute and 15 seconds approximately, although the download has stalled. I love this internet, not really. This is stalled downloading on CCleaner, which is a 15 megabyte file, and it's still going. How does she use this internet? I mean, I know her expectations aren't the same as mine, but how the hell do you stand using this on a daily basis? Ha! It's 31.4 kilobits per second download speed right now. That's funny. 3.14, except that was 31.4. Same numbers, though. But yeah, I don't know how she manages to use the internet on a regular basis. Normally when you're flicking through Facebook or something, it's fine. But doing stuff like this, it just hates doing this. It doesn't normally get this bad. So I don't know if it's just trying to chug all the updates in the background and I'm just not noticing or what. I actually haven't went into settings and looked under Windows Update to see if it's actually trying to download 1803 or something in the background. Knowing my luck, that's probably what's going on, and that's why the internet's so slow. I shouldn't be pouring this right next to the brand new keyboard, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a baller.
Well, there he is. Oh, he got pizza.
Yeah, I want pizza. I saw you at church.
Oh, you didn't see me at church? You weren't in church?
No, I saw your car in the parking lot. I've been sitting here for the past like 20 minutes waiting for one file to download. That's not even that big.
You gonna want one of these? I'm gonna have one. We have dessert. Ooh. You ready for one, or you're still eating?
Oh no, I'm done eating. I'll have one.
Chocolate or caramel?
I'll take the chocolate one. You have the caramel one.
You want? Well, there's chocolate and caramel.
Oh, is that what they are both?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So you're enjoying my new commuter, huh?
Well, I got a good number of the driver updates done. It's just now I'm trying to get all the other updates done that require internet that your computer is obviously choking on because your internet's not great as always.
Tell me that I know. Oh, you want the door open or closed?
Leave it open, that's fine.
It feels good to me.
It does feel good.
Right now.
After that little tiny blip of like 5 minutes of rain.
Well, it's coming in again. It's all black.
Yeah, I love this. 1 year later, yeah, and it still won't be done downloading, I guarantee you. This estimated time remaining is completely inaccurate because for every 1 second that passes on the downloader, 5 seconds or so passes in real life. So there's no way in hell that that's accurate at all. Just saying. I don't trust the estimated time remaining on Edge at all anyway.
The damnedest things to get open.
You need me to help you? Even though I have no fingernails?
Well, yeah, you gotta pull up on it, don't you?
Well, remember, you take this, you bend it, and then you break it away.
Yeah.
And then you take this part
I know,
open the
but
lid.
it's hard hell to do.
I know, and it sucks that I ain't got no fingernails either.
Well,
so.
it's just arthritis in my hands.
There you go.
I do it, but last time I had to get a pair of pliers. Well, because my hands won't do it. But
Let's see, what am I missing in the... Oh, yeah, 1 century later. Yeah, but this isn't CenturyLink, so you can't make that joke, unfortunately. This isn't CenturyLink internet. They made the joke in the chat saying 1 century later, and I was like, yeah, if this was CenturyLink internet, then you can make that joke, but it's not, so unfortunately. Did you make the recovery media yet? I have not. I'm going to at some point, though. I do plan on making DVDs of the recovery media for this machine, and then I'm going to back them up on my computer at home, so that way I have an extra copy of them. I am putting Firefox on this because for some reason Edge hates your internet.
What's Firefox?
It's an alternative web browser, but I find that it's a lot better with slower internet connections, and it's also a lot lighter in terms of the system resources.
So is that what I hit?
Well, yeah, well, right now I'm just using Edge because that's what's on here. But
I don't know. I'll have to learn.
Oh no. Well, it'll be exact. It'll look very similar to Edge once you're done.
I can screw it up pretty fast.
No, that's Mom. Mom tends to screw up computers pretty quickly. Believe me, I've had to clean. She tried to download Skype on her computer one time, and she downloaded it from this third-party site. She got all sorts of adware on her computer, so that was nice to clean off.
Well, I had a buyer again today.
On that gym.
Yeah, but they didn't come.
Yay! It's finally done downloading. About half an hour later. Yay!
She would see about tomorrow.
Oh my goodness! Now I can get to installing that. It only took like. Actually, somebody should have been keeping track as to how long that download took. Sorry, you're not looking at my face. I don't have this adjusted properly, but yeah, somebody should have been downloading that or timing. I can't English. Timing the download and how long it took. That's what I meant to say. Okay, do not install Google Chrome because that's going to take a whole month. Let's see. I'm going to have it not.
I don't use Google Chrome.
Let's see. Informative updates. See cleaner. Sure. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we had on the Zoom today.
This is slower than a Pentium 4. No, this is not slower than a Pentium 4. It's just the internet is slower than dial-up, it feels like, even though it's not.
Well, there's a storm.
Oh yeah, and it was also all that overcast weather outside. That doesn't help the download either. I forgot to tell him about that. Yeah, that it's overcast weather, and when the weather goes crap, so does the internet. It tends to go.
I'm surprised my phone's right. It's working. Usually it's When the weather gets bad, it'll go out.
Yeah, I need a spoon. More like Intel Celeron. Yeah. Yeah, a Pentium 4 in some cases is actually faster than a Celeron, but in some cases a Celeron is faster than a Pentium 4. Depends on what generation that you're talking about when it comes to that stuff. Okay. Not that I need to run CCleaner on this, but it's good to have it on here anyway. Now, I didn't even think about using a flash drive to make the recovery media. I don't even know if this has the option to use a flash drive. I think it does. I have to look in the support assistant. Still uses dial-up. Man, I pity the people who still have to use dial-up in 2018. But in some cases, that's all the internet they can get from where they live, unless they want to go HughesNet, which don't.
Dad still get that?
No, he doesn't even have internet still. He uses his phone for all his internet.
Oh.
Which is kind of ironic. But anyway. Alright, just
Well,
update the...
There, can they, internet?
They can get HughesNet out there. They just choose not to for some reason. Well, they use their phones and they pay for this ginormous data plan on their phone. Would just be cheaper to just get HughesNet or something. You'd think, but of course, whatever.
Not too good with their plan in there.
Well, they tend to post a lot on Facebook, I've seen sometimes.
Not right.
But if they want Wi-Fi, they just go someplace else and use Wi-Fi, which kind of defeats the purpose of having the phone to begin with, or whatnot. So it just, like...
Probably don't understand it.
They do. They do. They just don't have it at home for some reason. At least from the last time I was out there, I never saw they had Wi-Fi. It's been that way for the past...
Well, no, that isn't the smartest. She makes the decision, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's not the smartest thing.
Still use Windows XP as my main OS in 2018. Well, it's about time you probably upgrade to then. XP is getting pretty long in the tooth. I think it's about time you probably...
Well, there's no support for it either.
No, it's been out of support for over 4 years now. In terms of security
People still
updates.
using it, though, aren't they?
Yeah. Although the last supported web browser for XP is going to be dropped from getting security updates this month. This is the last month. And Firefox is dropping security updates as far as I know.
People are still using it.
They moved on to Firefox version 60 as their extended support release, so 52 is about to get dropped from their website. It'll still be on their FTP, but yeah.
What, a storm or something this afternoon?
What about Pale Moon? Pale Moon dropped support for XP a long time ago. Longer than the original Firefox did.
Was your mom kick you out? You gotta have pizza, Bob?
No, I just chose to come over here because I already had the stuff downloaded for this on my flash drive at home. I didn't have anything else to do.
So she didn't feed you dinner, huh?
No, she made chicken. It's just I bought pizza because I still wanted food.
You didn't want to eat chicken, huh?
No, I ate the chicken. I just wanted extra food.
Huh.
Plus, we'll have lunch tomorrow.
Yeah, true. Did you check their salad bar?
Oh, yes.
You're supposed to check it out. We've all heard about it.
My mouth's full of chocolate. I'm trying to get it down my throat. Yeah, I think it's open like midday or something like that. I can't remember again. I have to go back up in there and look. Maybe on my way home.
See what they got.
Actually, no, they'd be open by the time I go home. They don't close until like 10 o'clock.
Well, just sometime when you're in there, check it out.
Yeah.
We've heard it's good. We might, those ladies like salads. They got a place to sit in there?
Yes, they have tables and they have booths.
That's rich.
It is very rich.
I haven't had much sugar.
This is probably a byproduct of the old store version, but This hasn't moved in the past few minutes from where it sat. It has not moved at all. What about Opera? Well, Opera is basically a glorified Google Chrome. So there's no point in going to Opera anymore. At least for me at the moment. I know they have the battery saver stuff, but no. It'll be you know, it used to be an alternative, but basically now it's just a Google Chrome thing. So I'll just put Firefox on this. It'll be, if that'll even download. I might have to go get the offline installer for that and bring it over here, which is probably more effort than it's worth, but that's how bad the internet is here. Yeah, here, actually, let me go back to the start page here, and I'll show you. Twitter thread prompts Incredibles 2 warning. Yeah, see, the images here aren't even loading at all, but here's what's funny. You see how all this stuff's not working? You tap web search here on Edge, and then, oh, well, that's just Windows 10, of course. Windows 10 doesn't know how to Windows 10. No, it's a byproduct of the old store. This is the old store with the old logo on it. So that's why it's downloading slow. These older store versions are terrible, but the newer ones aren't so bad.
Were you videotaping that?
I'm live. Yeah. I got like 10 viewers in a YouTube audience. They're all watching me clamor in front of a computer. Because that's exciting content on a Saturday evening. You know? This is next level entertainment, you know? This is what we all pay for HBO to see. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. It's just YouTube. Anyway, let's try the edge test again here. I was going to show everyone that as soon as I pressed enter here, boom, look at that, loads instantly. But yet, why is it download at the speed of dial-up? I have no idea. This internet just makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, can you hear the extremely loud trucks that drive around in our neighborhood? I hope somebody did. Because I get to listen to that every single day, and it gets irritating after a while. Yeah, see, here it goes. Trying to load Firefox and nothing. Look at how slow this is loading Firefox's web page. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it should have loaded by now, and this picture is pulling an Internet Explorer here where it doesn't load. And there's like no other images on the page that are supposed to be there. This doesn't like the internet. And by the way, this has barely made 100 kilobits progress in terms of its downloading. So, yeah. And once again, I'm not on the Wi-Fi for my stream. No, I took off McAfee the moment I got this out of the box. McAfee is no longer on this. I'm just using the built-in Windows 10 antivirus at the moment, which will be fine for just getting all my stuff downloaded on this. Yeah, I thought about putting Malwarebytes on this. Actually wouldn't be a bad idea because I don't have to run it all that often, and you're actually pretty careful when it comes to the computer. You're actually pretty careful.
I don't go to a lot of websites. I try not to because I don't trust it.
Exactly, and
some people click on all of them, and then you get them bugging you all the time.
Well, it's trying to load the image, and as you can see, it's like half loaded it.
I do more on my phone like that than I do.
It's still loading this very basic Firefox page. That's hilarious. Does this computer have Intel integrated graphics or AMD? This just has the Intel integrated video in it, which is to no surprise because this isn't exactly a high-end model, but it'll be fine for what she's going to do.
Yeah, she's an old lady.
Yeah, I give up on that Firefox download. It's not even going anywhere. Okay, people, replace your brakes. I don't want to hear it squeaking. Oh, there's a record. 11 people viewing the stream. That's impressive. I didn't think my face was that interesting.
You jabber like a chipmunk.
Well, because there's a chat, and I'm communicating with the people
Are you
in the
the
chat.
one chatting?
Well, obviously, yeah. But I mean, there's people that are typing in the chat, and then I can see the responses on the screen, but they're not speaking because I'm the only
You're
one.
so busy blabbing.
Yeah, pretty much.
They can't have a chance to get in there.
Oh, hey, 12 people. Hey, that's pretty good. Mouthful of ice cream. Well, there we go. I think that's a new record as to how many people have actually been on my stream maximum. I think 12 is the max that I've ever had. That's crazy.
I wonder if you jabber like that all the time, drive you crazy.
Well, normally I don't have that many, but I actually kind of
Well, you
started
guys
streaming
should-
at the right time.
Maybe you're good entertainment, something to laugh at, huh?
I guess so. I guess so.
Maybe they learn something. Some of them probably just think you're funny to watch because you chatter away. Trevor. Of course, a lot of people got nothing to do either, so.
That was Saturday night, bored watching somebody stream and put their ugly face in front of the camera.
Right. Somebody's yakking away like you.
People will watch it. People will watch it. As long as you keep it interesting. I'm gonna go put that ice cream back in the freezer. Oh, he's gonna bake some cookies. Can I have one? I want some cookies. Yeah, I'm hoping someday we don't have to deal with this internet anymore because it's still like a good number of minutes ago, it was at 200 kilobytes. Now it's at 494 kilobytes. Of course, again, this is a byproduct of the old store. I know the old store, they tend to have the problems like this where even when it was the current supported version of the store, it still had problems like this where it would take forever to download. So this is by no means nothing new to me. I've been used to it since I've been using Windows 10, but sheesh, it's been taking forever to update. It's crazy. Anyway, but I wanted it off Windows 10 1703 because while it is still technically supported, you know, it's not that good anymore. You might as well upgrade to the latest version because it's going to end up happening anyway. Well, McAfee is just the laughing stock of, oh, hey, you get a McAfee 60-day trial. Well, that gives you -0 days to uninstall it because that's the kind of trial you go through to have to get it off your computer. Pretty much. I actually remember when I got my Lenovo G780 and it came with a 30-day McAfee trial. I just left it on there just for the sake of why not. And actually it wasn't all that bad. I wouldn't personally ever use it afterwards, but at least when you use it for the 30-day trial, it's not the worst thing in the world. But it tended to run scans at the most inconvenient of times, so it made your computer a little slow. But for my system, it wasn't all that bad because I had a pretty high-performance computer at the time. In terms of Windows 8 standards, I had a pretty high-end machine, but it is what it is. It was high-end for 2013 standards. Obviously, nowadays, it'd be like a mid-range machine or budget-end machine, probably like worth $250 or something, if I had to guess. Only reason why my MacBook Pro is worth more money is because obviously it's got the Apple logo on it, but my MacBook Pro actually has the dedicated graphics. That's why it costs more money. Yeah, still better than my Windows 10 2004 PC. 2005, okay. I was making sure that you were... Because 2004 sounds a little bit old to run Windows 10 on, but I've seen worse. Because I've seen PCs from 2003 actually run Windows 10 when they patched the no NX things on the CPUs, because, you know, those old Pentium 4s, they don't have NX, but they otherwise have all the supported instructions to run Windows 10. And you really don't need NX to run Windows 10. Excuse me. Basically, it's just a thing that runs on... Oh, goodness, excuse me.
Basically,
Just the thing that runs on startup. I forget how you're so... Well, since this thing seems to do instant Bing searches, I'll look it up. Oh, wow, look at these old forum posts. Oh, no, Grams, you better extend your warranty. It expires on the 27th of January, apparently. That's funny.
Did you sign me up for something?
No, this is just the support assist that just came up, and it said that your warranty expires on January 27th. I guess that must have been when they set up the warranty on this, I guess, or whoever.
When?
I don't know. It says the warranty expires on the 27th of January,
Of what?
2019.
You didn't finish your ice cream, huh?
Well, it started melting, so I put it back in the freezer.
Oh, that's the way I like it when it melts.
I didn't want it too melty. That's funny. Wants you to extend your warranty. I'm gonna say for now, just exit out.
No, I don't want my warranty.
One of the people in the chat said hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, are we finally done downloading that Microsoft Store update? It just jumped all the way to the... Yep. Hey, finally updated. Hey, it only took, again, 20 minutes.
What kind of pizza did you get? Oh,
I got half pizza left. It's really good, actually.
I've never had theirs. I'm not hungry, but
Right. It's just the pan pizza that I got, nothing fancy.
from Papa John's.
Yeah, I just did a pan pizza with grilled chicken and sausage and Canadian bacon, and just
That sounds good.
regular sauce and regular cheese.
Sounds good.
It's pretty good, actually.
The trouble is, this is a light color, and now it's going to be dirty.
Yeah, knowing your luck, you're probably gonna stain it real easily.
Well, see,
Yeah, like that one. Yeah, exactly.
but I like it. It's really nice. Have to
Oh.
wash it more.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Wash it more often.
All right. Well, I'm gonna worry about the Windows Store later. At least the store's updated now. That's a good thing, because that was kind of irritating. Oh, well, that's what this is ultimately why the internet's been slow, is because updates are available. This is why it's been slow, because this was running in the background. Who'da thunk it, right? It's not Windows 10 at all. Ha 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 ha.
See, you were blaming something that wasn't true.
Well, your internet tends to be that slow regardless anyway, so
Yes, it did.
it does tend to be that slow.
Especially when the weather's bad.
Yeah, especially when the weather's bad. Apparently there's a solitaire game on this. I'm going to try that.
Is this still available? J-Tro.
Let's see here. Where's that solitaire game? Yeah, Simple Solitaire.
Because
This is one of those ones that came with the computer when it was new. You play yourself a ginormous game of solitaire on your new machine. Not that it's anything new, but it's still kind of funny.
you're hogging that because I can't get
No, I'm actually not even streaming on your Wi-Fi right now. That's this thing right here. That's downloading updates that I didn't tell it to download. That's hogging all the internet right now.
what's going on.
Okay, let's see. King, Queen. That's an easy one.
Can't get my message.
What the heck was that? Yeah, you can basically play yourself a ginormous version of...
Card game at the same time?
Oh, whoops. Black 10.
What do you play? Solitaire?
Yeah, this came with a computer.
Well, this is with the computer.
Yeah, this came with the computer.
Oh, your grandpa would love that. He'd love games. He'd play them by the hour. Card
It's kind of nice. You got the... Well, it's kind of uncomfortable to do it with the touchscreen. You got to reach out and point and do all that stuff, but It's not all that bad, I guess.
Move your chair, but then you get your leg.
But you have to like reach all the way up here to touch the screen, and that's kind of the one design problem with these. Oh, that's a red
That's
5.
where we're setting it.
Yeah, that's true too.
We need a different
Let's see.
setting, but right now that's all we got.
There's a red jack. There's a red 5 I can put down there. It's not going to. It doesn't want to.
No, my thing here.
Yeah, it's not going to.
Why?
Because it requires internet. Are you viewing a picture?
No, I have a message, and this is the message. I'm trying to play it.
Oh, well, good luck, because this is downloading updates that I can't pause.
You brat. Can
I-
you please send this guy over 10 minutes?
Because Windows 10 problems, of course.
Gospel station. Network was live.
Yeah. It's pretty nice that this comes with... Heck, even Mom's laptop didn't even come with this when it was new, and it's a touchscreen as well. Although hers was a Windows 8.1 model from 2015, so no surprise. That is... I don't have a place to put that. I do have a place to put this. There's a red 2.
You hog, you're hogging the whole internet.
I'm not even hogging it at all. Blame your computer for that.
Auto.
Yeah, this one, it probably wouldn't even benefit from having Power Director on there anyway. It'd probably run it just fine, but this is one of those bargain models, of course, so don't expect everything, I guess.
You stop running my computer, Dan.
Oh, there's another ace.
Pretty nice computer. It's just at least
I'm having my fun with the solitaire, of course. Oh, there's a black 9. I'll do that.
for $700, you don't get the best.
Let's see. Oh, that's it. Did I miss something? Apparently not.
Get more of Ben Shapiro show. Was that a good show? Ben Shapiro?
Oh, that's a red 4. I can't use that. I can use that red 4, though. Black 8. Where's OS 10 when you need it? Yeah, exactly. Is there a red 7? Oh, I just missed the red 7. Dang it. There's a red 7. Because then I could put that 6 somewhere. Where can I put that? Is there red 8 in there?
I can't even get my post. You got to call it. You hog.
I'm not. I paused all the downloads that I could pause. By this point, it's just Windows 10 being a hog because I can't pause the updates because, of course.
Okay, I doesn't mind that.
I know.
You're off of it.
All right, let's see here. Do I get any hints? Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm dumb. Oh, black 3 over there. Another ace.
Dumb game. What did you do?
I'm just playing solitaire.
What do you match it? I don't know.
This is just traditional solitaire, and I'm just using the touchscreen to play. Because,
I don't know how you play solitaire. That one.
well, fortunately, I kind of do.
I know how to play Pinocchio.
Let's see. Can I put that king right there? And then, that's probably a bad move, but whatever. Let's see. Can I put that 4 someplace? No. Whoops. Not that. Oh, yeah, I can put the 5 there. And then the 4. No, I can't put the 4 anywhere at the moment.
Play solitaire all night. He played every card game and every game. Domino.
Well, I mean, there's more on this, but I haven't opened them yet because, of course.
Him and his family paid nothing to cribbage.
There's a red 2. Yeah, there's a red 2 right there. I don't have the heart stack up yet. I don't have that. Well, I mean, what else do you play when you're waiting for updates to finish? You just open up a game of solitaire, I guess. I don't know. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Actually, I can put that right there. And move that red 8 over there. Oh, yeah, diamond 2. There we go. There's a 2 spades there. Although, actually, I could probably just put that down there on that particular deck. And then, let's see, I can put that black 10 over there. And put that, oh, there we go. Yeah, put that there. And then move this over. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Put that king way over there. Ooh, 8 of clubs. What can I do with that? Do I have a red 9 somewhere? I don't have a red 9 in the stack. Play Minesweeper. Does this even have Minesweeper on it, or do I have to go download that from the store? I should check. I think you have to download that from the store now, but if you want to play Minesweeper. Yeah, it's not on this. Wonder how much this computer costs. This one in particular from QVC cost $700. That's how much this one cost, and it had free shipping on top of it. It was the last time it was on air, and it was a closeout sale, so this was kind of sort of on sale, but that's probably retail price that this was selling for, given that it was bought with the Microsoft Office subscription on top. So yeah, it was quite a bit of money, but yeah, holy bloody hell. Yeah, it was quite a bit of money, but you pay quite a bit of money for a Touch Smart, and a high quality Touch Smart at that, and this is definitely a high quality one. This was a very nice machine. Is there a red 4? Yes, there's a red 4 there. Not like it matters, but hey, it's there. Let's move that 10, 9, and 8 out of the way. Can I put that there? No, it won't let me put it there unless it's a king. I forgot. That's a thing of solitaire. I don't have any place to put this 8. I don't have any place to put that. Do I have any other cards that I can play? No, it doesn't appear like it. Oh, well. Do I got a hint? Oh, I didn't even think you. I'll just go put that on there. Why not? And then, let's see. Do I have the ace of clubs or the 2 of clubs somewhere? I don't think I do. I think I've uncovered that. I could put that 3 of diamonds up there. I wish I had the ace of hearts. That's what I wish I had, but I don't. That's what sucks. Oh, well. I guess I should go check the updates here real quick. Oh, it's made progress. Not a lot, but it's made progress. So that's cool. I'll actually put this over here onto the side. Put that there. Kind of change this a little bit. Just keep an eye on this. There we go. That makes it a little easier for me to keep an eye on this. And then, let's see here. There's a jack in the stack. I need to move that out of the way. No, you have to have a king on the bottom slot in order to move it. I keep forgetting that's a thing of solitaire. Oh, I didn't even think. There's a 7 of clubs in there, and I'm a dum-dum. I'm such a dum-dum. The 3 of spades is in there, and I can't get that out because there's a 2 of hearts there. But I bet you the ace of hearts is in these other cards, and I can't get to it. Because, of course, I can't move these other cards out of the way because you have to have a king there. Oh, well. I guess what do you do? I don't have the 2 of clubs either, do I? I have the 3 of clubs, but I don't got other ones. Got 2 laptops with chargers at the flea market. Hey, that's not too bad. As long as they work. I mean, that's not a bad deal. I don't mind free. Of course, nobody wouldn't mind free, of course. Oh, I'm so dumb. Somebody needs to tell me how to play solitaire in the chat. I call myself dumb because I'm failing at playing solitaire.
We become what we think.
I'm failing at solitaire. I'm gonna call myself dumb. Okay.
We become what we think.
No, I'm just playing.
I know, but still do it.
Let's see. There's no red 9. Because, I mean, I could move this over there, but these are literally the exact same decks. Yeah, I'm... Oh, there we go. This game's probably not going anywhere. I need a red 9 so I can put these 2 over there. That's what I need. I need a red 9, and I have no red 9s. Oh. Oh, $10. Not bad. Goodness. And the thing is, I can't put this black jack anywhere to put this under. Yeah, this game's probably a fluke at this point if I had to guess. I'm just going to spam the hint button and start doing this. Yeah, there's basically no other moves, so this game's basically a fluke. Oh, well, I tried. Didn't win. Ran out of moves. That's what always happens when you play card games. You run out of moves. So. But I like the airflow. Hmm. So this screen is really bright. Where's the brightness controls on this? I think there's a brightness control somewhere on this. Yes. There we go. I think, doesn't the creators update have the nightlight function on it? Yes, it does. I want to set that to sunrise to sunset and turn that on. Ooh, that's much easier on the eyes. Yeah, I just turned on the nightlight function. You probably can't even tell on camera because it's going to try to correct for it, but I just turned on the nightlight and it's actually really nice. One of these newer machines that's designed to have that functionality is actually not too bad. Anyway, I suppose I'll probably go ahead and shut this off because I ain't doing anything else besides just sitting here waiting for this to finish and whatnot. So, for all 12 viewers that are in the stream right now, appreciate y'all coming in to watch, of course. And we're going to probably sit back and watch some muted QVC with some people walking around and trying to sell a shirt. Or actually, this is a skirt.
Hollywood designer.
I should learn to read.
Bob Mackey, he designs for the stars.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's his clothing line. On QVC.
Anyway. Alright, I'll see you all back in the Discord then, so. Alrighty.